What's going on, everyone? DSP here, and this is going to be a really short unboxing video because there's not much to talk about. It's pretty straightforward, so I didn't even set up my tripod or anything. I said, what the hell's the purpose? You know, it's going to be so quick. So today is March 15th, 2011, and is the release of Homefront. Now, Homefront is a first-person shooter game. I've seen a lot of ads for it, actually, where it's a hypothetical situation where North Korea actually takes over the United States. At least I believe that's what it is. That's what I got from the ad campaign that I saw. So hopefully I'm correct. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel like a fucking moron. But what else is new? So it's a first-person shooter game. It's actually written by the writer of Red Dawn and Apocalypse Now, as you can see right there. So it's probably going to be well written. But from all intents and purposes, what I've heard is that the game's campaign is pretty short. It's only like 5 hours long, similar to like Call of Duty's previous or more recent campaigns from Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and also Black Ops. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. Now, a couple things. First of all, I just want to announce to everyone, because everyone's been wondering, if you're watching this on release day, I am going to play this today. I've decided to take a break from Dragon Age 2, as you know, if you've been following along. I played Dragon Age 2 for a week. I still haven't beaten it. I'm over 40 hours into the game, and I decided to take a quick break to try to do the Homefront campaign. So that's up next. When I beat this campaign, I'm going to go back to Dragon Age 2 and finally beat it. Then when I beat Dragon Age 2, I'll come back to Homefront and we'll try the multiplayer, because as you can see, 32-person multiplayer, that could be pretty sweet. I also got an unlock code from GameStop that apparently is going to give me exclusive weapons for pre-ordering there. Also, as we unbox here, you'll see, there's your game disc, no big deal, but they're doing the same deal as EA now, and this is THQ, but they have an unlock code for online multiplayer, and if you don't have the code, you can't play the multiplayer. So what I'm really feeling here is that I think that most of these games, especially FPS games, are going to go this way. In the future, if you rent games, you're going to be fucked. If you rent a game, and you spend $5 to rent the game for 2 days or whatever, you're going to be playing the campaign only. And you're going to be forced to buy an online code to play the online play, which if you're renting a game, you're never going to want to do that. Because the code costs, $10? So now you're going to pay $15 to rent the game for 2 days. It makes no sense. So I really get the feeling this is where all the publishers are going, and it seems like an inevitability. Me, it doesn't affect me because I buy all my games, but I could definitely feel for the casual gamer or the person who isn't doing this for a living and just doesn't know if they want to purchase the game. You try to rent it. The other thing is, a lot of these games coming up, especially if you've heard, a lot of these games are cross-developed. And what I mean is one studio is developing the single player, and one studio develops the multiplayer. An example of that was Bad Company 2 last year, where I actually enjoyed the single-player campaign a lot. Oh, actually, was it also Medal of Honor? Yeah, I think Medal of Honor did the same thing, didn't they? No, you know what? All right, I might be getting confused. I think it was Medal of Honor that did that, where it had a single-player campaign from one group, multiplayer from the people who had made the multiplayer from Bad Company 2, and the truth of the matter was, I actually enjoyed the campaign a lot, and I didn't like the multiplayer. So, if you're someone trying to rent a game, how the hell would you know, from a rental, if it's worth it to buy the online code? You won't. So you're pretty much getting fucked by these publishers. But I guess these publishers are feeling they're getting fucked by companies like Blockbuster, Netflix, Gamefly, these companies that allow you to rent the games, and they see absolutely no profit from the rental market. So yeah, I don't know. I can see, being that I've been involved with business for so long, I can see both sides of the fence. I can definitely say that this business model does not benefit the consumer, but I haven't seen numbers. For example, I haven't seen THQ's bottom line to see if they've judged how much money they would lose from the rental market if they didn't have this online code. I haven't seen numbers on how much money they're generating from people buying the online codes. So I don't know. It could be, it could benefit them, but it could also be a deterrent, because a kid might say, "Oh, I want to rent this game, but oh, wait a minute. Well, fuck this. I'm not paying for an online code. So you know what? I'm just skipping this game altogether, and Homefront can go to hell." So I don't know. Anyway, I showed you the side. This is my online code, but it's on the other side in English, and that's why I'm not showing it to you. And then here's your instruction booklet, and it's extremely short. It's black and white. The control scheme of Homefront is identical to Call of Duty. There's no difference whatsoever. It's the same exact control scheme, which I'm not surprised at. So anyway, that's Homefront. I'm going to try out the campaign today. Like I said, once I beat the campaign, Dragon Age 2 will resume until I beat it this week. However long that's going to take, and keep in mind I am doing all the optional missions that I run into, which is what's taking me so long to beat the game. Now with these idiots, I couldn't believe it. Some moron, fucking Roe, I couldn't believe it, okay? He writes, the only reason it's taking DSP so long to beat Dragon Age 2 is because he doesn't know how to play the game. What? Oh, so you mean I'm not supposed to read all the dialogue, do all the optional missions, get all the experience boot? I mean, like, I'm not spending a significant amount of time fighting in this game. That's the truth. The truth is the fighting is usually really quick, and I beat most of the mobs and bosses quickly. There's only been maybe 2 bosses in that game that took me a while to beat. Everything else it's all story. It's story and mission. So how the fuck, what kind of a retard are you to say that? I guess I'm supposed to skip every mission, right? To beat the game quickly? What a fucking retard. I hate people like that. But anyway, I digress. Homefront coming up today. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you soon.